This is why it's important to tend to your emotional state before working any money ritual. It's like tuning your signal to the right station. Money, in its energetic form, doesn't come from jobs, banks, or people. It flows through those sources but originates in the quantum field of possibilities. Everything that exists is made of energy, and money is no exception. Once you truly grasp this, you'll stop chasing money and start attracting it. You'll recognize that wealth is not earned only through effort, but through energetic permission and alignment. This is why some of the wealthiest people on the planet often talk about a mindset, a vibration, and intuition. They understand the truth. Money is less about action and more about attraction. Of course, effort is part of the physical process. But the energetic foundation must come first. Without it, your efforts become exhausting and yield little result. Once you begin seeing money as a spiritual force rather than a survival tool, your entire reality begins to shift. It becomes easier to manifest. You stop feeling guilt for desiring wealth. You stop fearing that there isn't enough. You recognize that money isn't outside of you. It's connected to you. And by raising your frequency through belief, gratitude, and intention, you invite it to return. In this way, every dollar becomes sacred, every transaction becomes energetic exchange, and every intention becomes a magnetic pull. Your focus shifts from desperation to divine connection. You no longer beg for money, you invite it with love and clarity. Because when you treat money as energy, it responds like magic, invisible, powerful, and entirely responsive to you, so always held power. From ancient civilizations to modern spiritual teachings, the idea that language can shape reality is woven deeply into human history. When we speak, we are not merely communicating, we are projecting energy. The words we choose, the tone we use, and the belief we carry infuse our speech with creative force. This is why affirmations, mantras, and spells can be so potent. They are not just linguistic structures, they are energetic declarations. In the realm of manifestation and abundance, words are more than just tools of expression. They are instruments of creation. Every sentence you speak about your life and your finances becomes a kind of spiritual decree. When you say, "I am broke," you are not just describing your current condition, you are declaring an identity, an energetic reality that your subconscious will begin to uphold and reinforce. But when you say, "I am wealthy," with faith, you are giving your spirit permission to align with prosperity. Spells work on this principle. They are concentrated, intentional collections of words spoken with clarity, emotion, and repetition. But the real reason they work isn't the magic of the language. It's the energy behind it. Words spoken with conviction can unlock doors in the universe that were previously closed. When you say something with emotion, whether love, anger, fear, or faith, it amplifies the impact of the message. Emotion gives words their magnetic charge. Most people speak about money unconsciously. Unconsciously, they say things like, "I'll never be able to afford that," or "money doesn't grow on trees," without realizing these are self-imposed curses. These aren't neutral statements, they are spells of limitation. They are spells of limitation. Each time they are spoken, they reinforce scarcity in the subconscious mind, and the universe, which mirrors our internal beliefs, continues to deliver exactly what we expect. Lack. On the other hand, when you use your words to bless your money, your income, and your financial future, you start shifting your inner paradigm. Saying phrases like, "A money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways," or "Every dollar I spend comes back multiplied," begins to plant new seeds in your consciousness. Over time, These verbal seeds grow into new beliefs which attract new outcomes. This is not wishful thinking. It is energetic alignment in action. Words carry vibration. Just as a tuning fork emits a frequency that can cause another fork to resonate in harmony, your words send out vibrations that attract matching experiences. The universe is vibrationally neutral. It responds to what you broadcast. If you are constantly affirming limitation, it assumes that's what you desire. But when you speak with power, clarity, and purpose, the universe listens and moves to match your frequency. When working with a money spell, each word should be chosen with care. The rhythm, tone, and repetition matter. But what matters most is the belief behind them. If you declare, "I am a money magnet," but inside feel doubt or sarcasm, the signal is weakened. However, if you speak the same phrase with confidence, warmth, and certainty, the energy is amplified and the spell gains power. This is why rituals often include repetition. Repeating the same words daily, especially in sacred or focused space, begins to reprogram the subconscious mind. The subconscious doesn't argue. It accepts whatever is consistently spoken. The more often you speak prosperity-focused words, the more your internal system adapts, and the easier it becomes to believe and embody wealth energy. Even silent thoughts count as spells. The inner dialogue you hold with yourself throughout the day is constantly shaping your reality. Every complaint, every worry, every declaration of defeat adds up. But the good news is, you can change it at any moment. You can become conscious of your inner voice and begin to speak differently to yourself and to the universe. Once you become aware of the sacred power your words hold, you'll treat them like currency. You won't waste them on worry, self-sabotage, or negativity. You'll start to speak as if your voice is a wand, casting wealth, joy, and divine favor into the field of all possibility, because that's exactly what it is. And when spoken with heart, belief, and clarity, your words become spells that truly work like magic. At the heart of every effective manifestation, ritual, or spell lies one irreplaceable ingredient: belief. Belief is the energetic force that breathes life into words, rituals, and intentions. Without belief, a money spell is just a string of poetic phrases. With belief, it becomes a living command that reverberates through the universe. Your inner conviction acts like fuel in a rocket, propelling your desires from wishful thinking into manifested reality. Belief is not merely a mental agreement with an idea. It is an emotional, spiritual, and energetic alignment. It is when your thoughts, emotions, and body all say yes to what you are speaking. When you believe that money can come to you easily, when you feel it in your bones and envision it in your mind, the universe receives a clear, unwavering signal. That signal activates unseen forces, bringing people, events, and opportunities into your experience to fulfill what you've declared. What often holds people back from wealth is not their circumstances, but the beliefs they hold about money and about themselves. Many were conditioned from childhood to think money is hard to earn, or that it's reserved for others, or that desiring money is selfish. These hidden beliefs act like energetic anchors, weighing down your manifestations and cancelling out your affirmations. You might be saying all the right things on the outside, but if you don't believe them inside, the spell cannot activate fully. To make a money spell work like magic, your belief must be stronger than your doubt. Doubt is like static on a radio station. It distorts the clarity of your signal. You can still hear the music, but it's fuzzy, scattered, unreliable. In the same way, a money spell backed by doubt produces weak results or none at all. But when your belief is clear, focused, and emotionally charged, your message to the universe is received without interruption. Belief also changes how you act in the world. When you believe something is possible, you naturally begin to take aligned action, speak differently, carry yourself with more confidence, and notice doors that were always there but previously invisible. Belief doesn't just work on the metaphysical level, it reprograms your psychology. Suddenly, ideas flow, resources appear. You act not from fear, but from knowing. And that energy is magnetic. The power of belief can override evidence. Even if your bank account says empty, belief says, but that is changing. Even if you failed in the past, belief says, this time is different. Belief is not naive. It is visionary. It sees beyond the current reality and focuses on the desired one. The universe responds to this level of faith with synchronicity and manifestation. The outer world eventually bends to match the inner conviction. One of the most powerful things you can do before performing a money spell is to cultivate belief. This may involve visualization, affirmations, or recalling past experiences where something you desired came to you unexpectedly. Build up the feeling that magic is real, that money loves you, that abundance is natural. Stir up your emotional certainty until doubt has no room to breathe. From that place, when you speak your spell, it goes out like a bolt of lightning. Even the ancient mystics knew the truth. Belief moves mountains. Jesus said, according to your faith, be it unto you. Science, too, backs the power of belief through the placebo effect, proving that when the mind expects a result, the body and circumstances often follow. This is not fantasy. It is physics of the unseen. The frequency of belief reshapes your vibrational field, and your vibrational field reshapes your life. When belief becomes your foundation, you are no longer wishing for money. You are expecting it. That expectation becomes a magnetic pull. It draws in coincidences, introduces you to the right people, and puts you in the right place at the right time. You are no longer trying to make things happen. You're allowing them to unfold naturally, with confidence that your belief is enough to guide them into form. In every powerful money spell, belief is the invisible current carrying your words to the universal field of creation. It is the emotional glue that binds the spiritual with the physical. Without belief, there is no power. With belief, your words become laws, your visions become blueprints, and your life transforms from scarcity into overflow. Because it's not just the spell that holds the magic, it's the belief behind it that opens the floodgates of abundance. The universe is not confused. It doesn't react to mixed signals, hesitation, or vague intentions. It operates in alignment with energy that is clear, direct, and certain. When you speak a money spell with conviction, when your voice, mind, and emotions are unified in purpose, the universe begins to respond swiftly and powerfully. Certainty is the language the universe understands best. When you are sure of what you want and stand firm in the belief that it's already yours, the cosmic machinery starts shifting to fulfill your command. Certainty sends out a pure, undistorted frequency into the field of manifestation. This is crucial because the universe operates on vibration, and when your energy is steady and unwavering, it resonates more deeply with the creative source. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you're slightly off the correct frequency, the music crackles and cuts in and out. But when you're precisely tuned in, the signal is strong and the music plays clearly. Your certainty is that perfect tuning. It ensures that your intention comes through without interference. One of the reasons many people fail to manifest what they desire is because they broadcast doubt more than belief. One moment they affirm, I am abundant, and the next moment they think, but what if it doesn't work? That contradiction in energy scrambles the message. The universe doesn't judge or deny. It mirrors. It reflects back to you the dominant vibration you're holding. And if that vibration is uncertainty, fear, or confusion, the results you attract will be just as unclear. When you perform a money spell or speak any declaration of wealth, your certainty should feel absolute, as if you've already received the outcome. The most powerful creators in history, from spiritual leaders to wealthy entrepreneurs, all share one common trait: a deep and unshakable certainty in their vision. They don't ask if it will work, they know it will. And that knowing becomes the foundation on which everything else is built. Certainty is also a signal of authority. When you speak with certainty, you claim your place as a co-creator with the universe. You no longer beg for wealth or hope it arrives. You declare it, expect it, and embody the energy of someone who already lives in abundance. This shift from passive wishing to active commanding is what transforms a basic affirmation into a powerful spell. The universe listens when you speak with divine authority because you're no longer requesting, you're instructing. This doesn't mean arrogance or forcefulness. True certainty is quiet, calm, and grounded. It doesn't need to shout or convince anyone. It is the peaceful knowing that what you've set into motion will arrive in perfect time. This kind of energy is magnetic. It draws opportunities, people, and money toward you, not because you're chasing them, but because you've become a vibrational match to them. To develop certainty, it helps to reflect on your past manifestations, times when something showed up just as you imagined, or when things worked out, even against the odds. These moments are proof that the universe is always listening, always responding to your energy. By anchoring yourself in those memories, you strengthen your belief that your current intentions will also come to pass. Certainty grows through experience, but it also grows through decision. You choose to be certain. Another way to cultivate certainty is through emotional rehearsal. Close your eyes and feel the emotions of already having the wealth you desire. Don't just see it, live it in your mind. The more real it becomes internally, the more certain you feel. And when you walk through your day carrying that certainty like a quiet flame in your heart, the external world has no choice but to reflect it. When your energy is rooted in certainty, your actions shift too. You stop hesitating. You move with purpose. You recognize intuitive nudges and follow them. You start to speak differently, walk differently, even breathe differently, because you're no longer hoping for success, you're expecting it. And that expectation carries a power that opens doors, removes blocks, and accelerates manifestations. The universe doesn't delay, punish, or ignore. It simply responds. And when it hears the unwavering voice of your certainty, when it feels your clear, confident vibration echo through the fabric of creation, it moves, it rearranges timelines. It orchestrates divine coincidences. It sends abundance in forms you couldn't even imagine, because certainty isn't just belief. It's the energetic key that unlocks miracles. Visualization is not just a mental exercise, it's a sacred tool for energetic alignment. When you visualize wealth, you are not pretending. You are rehearsing. You are constructing a vibrational reality that your subconscious mind and the universe respond to. The mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically experienced. So when you consistently visualize yourself living in abundance, you create a neurological and energetic blueprint that starts attracting that version of life toward you. Your imagination is one of the most powerful forces you possess. Every invention, innovation, and success in history began in someone's mind. And just like a blueprint guides the construction of a building, your visualizations guide the manifestation of your reality. If you want wealth, you must first see it clearly in the inner world. How much money are you receiving? What does your home look like? What does financial freedom feel like in your body? These aren't fantasies, they are vibrational commands. When combined with a money spell, visualization amplifies your intention. As you speak the words of your spell, let your inner I come alive. See the results unfolding. Money landing in your account, checks arriving in the mail, joyful purchases being made, debts dissolving, opportunities multiplying. The spell speaks to the universe, and your visualization provides the picture. Together, they form a complete energetic request. Emotion is the key to successful visualization. It's not enough to just see wealth, you must feel it. The more emotionally involved you are, the more real the experience becomes to your subconscious mind. This emotional resonance is what activates the law of attraction. When you feel the joy, relief, excitement, and confidence of being wealthy before the physical evidence appears, the universe rushes to match your vibration. Repetition deepens the effect. Visualizing wealth once is like lighting a single match, but doing it daily builds a fire. As you repeat the ritual, the image of abundance becomes more familiar and natural. What was once a dream becomes a new normal in your mind. And when your mind accepts a new normal, your reality begins to shift to reflect it. You no longer see wealth as something out there. You begin to expect it, because you've already experienced it within. Visualization also helps dissolve limiting beliefs. When you repeatedly see yourself in scenarios where wealth is present, your old stories about poverty and struggle begin to fade. Bruce Hefferington, the subconscious starts to let go of the belief that money is hard to get, or I don't deserve abundance. In their place grow new beliefs like wealth is natural and I am worthy of overflow. The visual landscape becomes fertile ground for planting new truths. One powerful technique during your money spell is to create a movie in your mind. Make it detailed and rich. See yourself checking your bank account and smiling. Visualize signing a contract for your dream home or booking a luxury vacation. Feel the weight of financial stress lifting off your shoulders. Watch yourself being generous with others. These moving mental images stir emotion, which charges your spell with greater magnetic power. It's also helpful to incorporate physical sensations into your visualization. Imagine the crisp feel of $100 bills in your hand. Hear the notification sound of money being deposited. Taste the food you'd eat at your favorite restaurant. Smell the new leather seats of the car you'll drive. The more sensory detail you bring in, the more your body believes the experience is real, and your vibration shifts accordingly. Visualization becomes especially potent when paired with meditation. Before casting your money spell, enter a calm, focused state. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Then begin to visualize from that peaceful place. This helps silence the chatter of doubt and ego, allowing the images of abundance to land more powerfully in your subconscious. In this relaxed state, you become a clear channel for divine guidance and inspiration. When you visualize with consistency, clarity, and emotion, your inner world becomes more vivid than your outer world, and that is the sweet spot for manifestation. Because when the inner world becomes more real than the outer world begins to shift in response. Visualization is not optional, it is essential. It is the magic screen where you preview your future before it becomes your present. Gratitude is more than a polite emotion. It's an energetic multiplier. When you express gratitude, you are affirming that you've already received something valuable. It's an acknowledgement to the universe that you recognize its generosity. But the deeper magic of gratitude lies in its vibrational frequency. It resonates at a high level, similar to love and joy, and those frequencies are magnetic. When your heart radiates gratitude, you naturally attract more things to be grateful for, including wealth, opportunities, and unexpected blessings. In the context of a money spell, gratitude acts as a spiritual amplifier. It doesn't just enhance the words of the spell, it supercharges them. Speaking words of wealth and abundance is powerful, but when those words are wrapped in true thankfulness, they gain a golden aura of authenticity and emotional resonance. The universe doesn't just hear what you say, it feels how you say it first. When your spell is infused with genuine appreciation, it vibrates on a frequency the universe cannot ignore. Many people focus their gratitude only on things that have already manifested. But the most effective creators know to give thanks in advance. This is called preemptive gratitude. When you thank the universe for money that hasn't arrived yet, as though it already has, you are creating a vibrational assumption. You're declaring that the wealth is on its way, and more importantly, that you trust it. That trust becomes a magnetic signal of readiness, which draws your desires into physical form. Gratitude also shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. When you're thankful, you stop focusing on what's missing and start celebrating what's present. This shift in focus changes your energetic output. Rather than emitting frustration or anxiety, which repels money, you begin broadcasting contentment, which attracts more of the same. The emotional state of gratitude is like fertile soil in which the seeds of your desires can grow quickly and effortlessly. This is why many powerful rituals begin or end with a moment of appreciation. Before casting your money spell, take a few moments to reflect on what you're already grateful for, even if it's something small. Express thankfulness for your home, your health, your breath, or even just the opportunity to practice manifestation. This places you in the right energetic space to receive. Gratitude opens the heart, and a receptive heart is like a wide-open door for abundance to walk through. Gratitude also dissolves resistance. Often we block the flow of money through unconscious doubt, fear, or unworthiness. But when you're genuinely grateful, those emotional blocks begin to dissolve. You can't simultaneously feel deeply grateful and deeply fearful. Gratitude clears the energetic pathway. It says to the universe, I'm ready, I'm open. I recognize the good, and I welcome more of it. A powerful technique is to write a gratitude list after your money spell. Include things you have and things you are manifesting as if they're already yours. For example, I am so grateful for the $10,000 that arrived this month, or thank you for my thriving business and financial peace. Writing in this way creates vibrational certainty. It trains your mind and emotions to believe in the reality of your desires before they physically show up. Daily gratitude rituals reinforce the magnetic field around you. Whether through journaling, silent reflection, or verbal declarations, expressing thanks conditions your entire being to expect and attract good. Over time, gratitude becomes your natural state, and abundance becomes your natural experience. The universe mirrors your emotional atmosphere. When your atmosphere is rich with gratitude, it returns riches in every form. Gratitude is also humbling in the most empowering way. It reminds you that while you are a powerful creator, you are also connected to a divine source that is infinitely wise, loving, and generous. When you say a thank you to the universe, you are acknowledging this sacred partnership. You are not demanding wealth, you are welcoming it with respect appreciation, and joy. This deepens your relationship with the unseen forces guiding your life. And in that space of gratitude, something magical happens. Your desires stop feeling distant. They begin to feel present, tangible, and inevitable. Gratitude collapses the timeline between a someday and a now. It aligns your present vibration with the frequency of your future dreams. And when your present matches your future in feeling, your future begins to appear as your reality in the realm of energetic manifestation. Timing is not measured by clocks, but by belief. The universe responds not to what you want, but to what you assume is already yours. That is why the language you use in a money spell is so crucial. You must speak as though the wealth you desire has already arrived. This isn't about tricking yourself. It's about energetically aligning with the outcome. When your words declare something as already done, you create the vibration of completion, and the universe follows through. The mistake many people make is speaking from lack, even while trying to manifest abundance. They say things like, "I want more money," or "Please let me become rich." But you want tea, and a please carry the energy of separation. They confirm that the thing you desire is not yet with you. In contrast, when you say, "I am wealthy," or "money flows to me freely," you are speaking in the present tense, the tense of power, the tense of manifestation. It tells the universe, "This is real now." The present tense is magical because it collapses time. It brings your desired future into the current moment. The subconscious mind, which plays a massive role in manifestation, does not operate with logic or future-based language. It responds only to what is believed and felt now. So when you speak your money spell using language that assumes the desire is already fulfilled, your subconscious accepts that version of reality and begins to operate accordingly. Speaking as if it's already done also builds confidence. Each time you say, "I am financially free," or "I have more than enough," your nervous system begins to adjust. Your energy starts to match the vibration of someone who no longer fears bills, debt, or scarcity. Even if your outer world hasn't changed yet, your inner world has, and that's where real transformation begins. Eventually, the outer world catches up to the shift that's already happened inside. This practice doesn't just apply to the words of your spell. It applies to your everyday speech. Monitor how you talk about money in casual conversations. Are you constantly saying things like, "I can't afford that"? Or you tease words might seem harmless, but they are declarations of lack. They are declarations of lack. They carry just as much energy as any ritual. To stay aligned with abundance, you must become disciplined in your language, always choosing words that reflect your desired reality, not your temporary one. One powerful technique is to create affirmations that you repeat throughout the day using "I am," "I have," and "I receive" statements. These keep your energy tuned to a frequency of having rather than wanting. Phrases like "I receive unexpected money every week," or "I am living in financial overflow" might not reflect your current circumstances, but they reflect your chosen vibration. That vibration is what attracts the matching result. It's important to remember that this approach is not about denial. You are not pretending your financial struggles don't exist. You are simply choosing not to dwell in them. Instead of giving your energy to what's missing, you redirect your focus to what's arriving. This is an act of faith, not fantasy. It's a way of training your mind and spirit to hold the frequency of abundance even before the evidence appears. But when you return to your spell daily, reaffirming your intention, you restore the clarity of the message. It's like retuning an instrument or adjusting a compass. You bring your energy back into alignment again and again, Consistency also builds emotional mastery. On some days, you'll feel highly inspired and connected. On other days, you may feel tired, doubtful, or discouraged. But by showing up anyway, by repeating your money spell despite your emotional weather, you cultivate resilience and energetic discipline. This teaches your system that abundance is not dependent on mood, but on persistent alignment. You become less reactive and more sovereign in your creative power. Furthermore, consistent repetition of your spell cultivates a deep relationship with your desire. It becomes something sacred, personal, and alive. Your spell isn't just words, it becomes a ritual of devotion. Over time, your connection to wealth shifts from an external goal to an internal embodiment. You stop chasing money and start attracting it because you've built a relationship with the frequency of abundance through loyal daily alignment. Another benefit of consistency is that it allows you to measure energetic shift. Over days and weeks, you'll begin to notice small signs, an unexpected refund, a new opportunity, someone offering to help, or simply a heightened sense of calm around money. These are not coincidences. They are signs that the energy is moving. Without consistency, you might miss these shifts or dismiss them. But when you're tuned in regularly, you recognize these signs as feedback, and your faith deepens. The longer you stay in the energy of consistent practice, the more inevitable the manifestation becomes. You reach a tipping point where the energy is so aligned, the message so clear, and your vibrations so attuned that physical reality has to catch up. At this stage, your spell becomes more than a ritual. It becomes your natural state of being. And from that space of unwavering presence, wealth flows to you with ease because you've built the channel wide, strong, and open. But when we talk about spells, rituals, and attracting wealth, it's easy to place the power outside of ourselves. People often think the spell itself, the specific words, or the candles and crystals are what make the magic happen. But in truth, none of those elements hold any real power without you. You are the source. You are the channel through which the magic flows. The spell is not powerful because it's ancient or poetic. It's powerful because your belief, intention, and energy give it life. The universe does not respond to hollow words. It responds to the vibrational frequency behind those words. When you perform a money spell, you are not invoking something outside of yourself. You are activating what's already within. You are the bridge between the invisible and the visible. The emotions you feel, the certainty you embody, the visualizations you hold, these are what make the spell work. Without you, the ritual is a script. With you, it becomes a living, breathing force of manifestation. This realization is deeply empowering. It means you don't have to search for secret words or chase after someone else's ritual. Your voice, your emotion, your focus, they are enough. They are more than enough. You have the ability to shape energy, to command vibration, and to call in wealth by simply tuning into your own power. Once you accept that you are the channel, you stop giving your authority away and begin to co-create with the universe from a place of ownership. Being the channel also means being clear, open, and aligned, just as water flows freely through an unclogged pipe. Money energy flows through you when your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are in harmony. But if your channel is filled with self-doubt, fear, or shame about money, the flow gets blocked. This is why inner work is just as important as outer action. Clearing your energetic channel through healing, forgiveness, and self-worth practices allows the spell to move through you unimpeded. You are not a passive recipient in this process. You are an active transmitter. Every time you speak your spell, you're broadcasting a signal to the quantum field. That field responds not just to what you say, but to who you are being when you say it. Are you radiating confidence or insecurity? Are you feeling deserving or doubtful? Your emotional state is not separate from the spell. It is the spell's amplifier. The cleaner and more powerful your signal, the more precise and rapid the manifestation. Owning your role as the channel means embracing responsibility. It means recognizing that your mindset, your emotional atmosphere, and your daily habits all influence what flows into your life. If you're surrounded by negativity, immersed in scarcity thinking, or constantly undermining yourself, you restrict the energy. But when you shift into empowerment, speak with authority, and maintain clarity, you become a powerful conductor for the energy of wealth. Think of yourself as a sacred vessel. You hold the spell, the belief, and the vision. The more aligned and whole you are, the more easily energy flows through you. This is why rituals often include elements like cleansing, grounding, or centering. They're not just symbolic. They prepare you to hold the vibration of what you're calling in. They purify the channel so that the universe can work through you without distortion or resistance. When you truly accept that you are the channel, your confidence grows. You no longer ask, will this work for me? Instead, you say, I am the one who makes this work. This shift in identity is everything. It places the creative power firmly in your hands. And from this place of certainty, your actions become bolder, your energy becomes clearer, and your results begin to accelerate. You become the source of your own abundance. This understanding also frees you from dependency on external tools. Candles, crystals, and rituals can be beautiful and helpful, but they are only extensions of your own energy. They amplify what you already carry. If you feel lost without them, you've forgotten where the real magic lives. But if you use them as reflections of your inner power, you remain in control. You stay anchored in the truth that the real spellcaster is you. Not the objects, not the spell itself, but the soul behind it. In the end, your voice is the wand, your emotions are the fire, your vision is the compass, and your body, your mind, your spirit, they are the channel through which the divine flows. The more you honor this role, the more clearly you'll begin to see that abundance is not something you chase, it's something you transmit. When your inner world becomes the source of certainty, faith, and vision, your outer world must shift to match. Because you are not just part of the process, you are the process. Gratitude is not just a pleasant emotion, it's a vibrational key that unlocks the flow of abundance. When you express sincere appreciation for what you already have, you create an energetic frequency that naturally attracts more. This is not just spiritual theory, it's energetic law. Gratitude tells the universe, I am in harmony with wealth. It signals contentment, trust, and receptivity, qualities that draw blessings toward you like a magnet. Too often, people focus on what they lack, and in doing so, they unknowingly reinforce scarcity. When you obsess over what isn't working, what you haven't received yet, or what seems delayed, your energy shifts into resistance. But when you focus on what's already present, even if it's something small like a warm meal, a kind smile, or a coin on the sidewalk, you move into the vibration of receiving. And in the frequency of receiving, more must come. In the context of a money spell, gratitude amplifies its potency. See, when you complete your ritual with gratitude, thanking the universe as if the money is already on its way, you fuse belief with appreciation. You act as if the outcome is guaranteed. This creates a powerful alignment. The universe responds more quickly to people who act as if they already possess what they desire. Gratitude is the bridge between the present and the manifested future. Gratitude also opens the heart, which is essential in money manifestation. Many people carry subconscious guilt or shame around money, feeling unworthy, greedy, or anxious. These emotions contract the heart center and block the flow of abundance. But when you practice daily gratitude, you soften those internal blocks. You release fear and shift into trust. And when your heart is open, the energy of money flows toward you more freely because money, like all energy, is drawn to openness. One powerful way to include gratitude in your money spell is to speak it aloud. After your affirmation or visualization, say thank you, out loud and with emotion. Thank the universe, thank yourself, thank the unseen forces working on your behalf. Say, I am so grateful for the money that is already flowing to me. I am grateful for the support I feel, the signs I receive, the prosperity growing around me. Speaking gratitude transforms it from a thought into a frequency. Another method is to write a daily gratitude list focused on abundance. Each morning or evening, write down 5 things you're grateful for in your financial life, no matter how small. Say. This could be a bill you were able to pay, a discount you received, or simply having a roof over your head. The more you acknowledge these blessings, the more abundant you feel. And the more abundant you feel, the more abundance you generate. This is not fantasy. It's energetic fact. Gratitude also dissolves impatience, which is a common energy block during manifestation. When we're desperate for results, we create tension. But when we're thankful in advance, we detach from the outcome. We move into a state of peaceful expectation rather than anxious yearning. The universe flows best when you're relaxed, not when you're gripping tightly. Gratitude says, I trust the timing. I know it's coming. That trust is what allows energy to move. It's also important to practice gratitude for the lessons and challenges around money. This may seem counterintuitive, but every struggle holds a hidden gift. Maybe a financial setback taught you resilience, redirected your path, or helped you redefine your values. When you can find gratitude even in the hard moments, you elevate your vibration in a powerful way. You move from victimhood to mastery. And in that space, manifestation becomes not only possible, it becomes inevitable. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop wanting more. It means you honor what you have while remaining open to greater blessings. It's a balance between contentment and aspiration. When you infuse your money spell with this energy, deep appreciation for the now, and joyful expectation for the future, you become a vessel of magnetic energy. You stop chasing, and instead you allow. You stop begging, and instead you receive. Ultimately, gratitude turns your entire life into a ritual. Every time you thank the universe, you tune into a higher vibration. Every time you speak words of appreciation, you write a new story of wealth. Gratitude transforms the mundane into the magical. And in the world of money spells, it is the final spark that sets the intention ablaze. Because when you are grateful, you are already in alignment with abundance. And what you are aligned with must find its way to you. Let me know if you'd like to move forward with the closing ending section or need any SEO title, description, or timestamps.